Hey there, it's Angie Weinberger, and I wanted to talk to you a bit more about what to do in order to build high quality professional relationships. Because I have been observing you a little bit. And I think, one of the things that you need to stop doing is to just add people on LinkedIn for quantity. This is not very helpful because what you want are professional relationships that will last the test of time. So you want to build professional relationships for longer terms. And so one of the things I noticed about myself already in the past is that sometimes these larger networking events, they drain a lot of my energy. So I can only do so many. But what I'm also doing is smaller networking things, like I'm meeting, for example, a former colleague for a coffee this afternoon, or I'm meeting 5 other colleagues that I used to work with or that I know through my networks for dinner and a cheese fondue. And for the larger networking events, I very often get there and then my batteries are flat, or it takes forever to get out LinkedIn and to sort out LinkedIn. So the last time I brought some of my old business cards, and I thought it was quite effective to have them ready. And I also got a lot of business cards. And interestingly, I've been collecting business cards for the longest time of my career. So I have some very old ones that I had from the early days when it was really exciting to talk to expats in the foreign posts. And so that is one of my tips. So first of all, bring business cards to the networking event in case you can't connect on LinkedIn fast enough. Also, one of the things you could do is just to make a little fun of yourself and not take yourself so seriously. And I think it's also important that you try to understand a bit more about the other person, ask some good questions, and learn more about how you could support them rather than talking about yourself all the time. And also, one of the things that I noticed that sometimes it's just helpful if you smile at somebody and you strike up a conversation randomly with someone on the bus, which I normally don't do in Switzerland. But yeah, this week I felt like doing it, and I met a nice lady who is looking for professional reorientation. So we might get in contact, and she inspired me because I notice it's actually much easier to meet people if you just open and stop to look into your mobile phone for a while. Yes, I know, I do that too. But sometimes, you might just want to check out who else is on the bus with you, or who else is in the restaurant with you, or at the networking event, who sits there by themselves. I was nicely invited to the table from some people, and I was feeling a bit of uncomfortable for a while because I was on my own at the event in the beginning, and I know for some people this is very hard to handle. So if you see someone who's on their own, talk to them, help them, integrate them, make sure that they feel welcome. I noticed another thing that I hadn't seen before, is that after this event, a lot of people would post a summary of what they learned on LinkedIn. And then they would tag a few people that they met, which is great. And I keep following people that were mentioned in the posts where I'm also mentioned, because I think, if they like me, then they probably also have nice friends. So this is maybe something you can think about it. You can think about as well. And it's always a safe thing to do to follow somebody before you ask for a connection request, and to understand a bit more about their content, to share their content, to comment on their posts, and to repost their posts. This is actually what you do in order to be supportive on social media. So that's all for today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.